So when we talk about marketing, always think of it in terms of the three legs of the stool. And so what are these three legs that have to be there? When I say have to, I'm talking about whether you were Disney World and already have billions of people coming to your parks already, whether you were Coca-Cola, whether you're a pharmaceutical company, and I'm sharing these organizations that really do more bad for the world than any good for the world, because for us, we want to make sure that our good message is louder than the bad message. That's essentially, in its simplest terms, what we're here to do as chiropractors, is that our great message, our life-saving message, is louder than the life-destroying message. So to just be integrous in your marketing and to get your message out there, get the word out, we need all three legs of the stool. So in order to be versatile, able to master change and chaos and ambiguity like the time we're in right now, and just be really to just have the integrity to get the message out there like it needs to get out there, we need all three legs. So what are all three legs of the stool? So one leg would be, and I call this, by the way, in the air, on the ground, and online. So in the air is what we do in our community. So this would be anything from partnering. So this is, of course, my favorite part. I believe it's the one that has the most longevity. It's the one that again, is the most integrous. It's us being involved in our community. It's the one that isn't affected by changes in times or the kind of chaos that we're facing today, because if we have relationships with other organizations in the community, that never goes away. Those partnerships, those friendships, those relationships, that never goes away. It's how we build our lives. So our lives develop in a particular community based on the relationships we have with other leaders. And finally, we know this technologically when you study business, that in any particular organization, its ceiling for success will be very much set based on how the leader of that organization has developed relationships with leaders of the other organizations. So no relationships, and you set a low ceiling. So just being in the air, in the community, creating relationships, that really is huge now and into the future, and it allows us to get through times like this far more easy. The second one is on the ground. That's what I would consider in the office. So I know a lot of clinics where they don't do events, so they don't do the patient and family dinner. They don't do PADs. They don't do advanced talks. So they're not generating relationships with their own people. And actually, what's interesting is in industry, in the corporate world, when they say community marketing is actually, and it's considered the most vital part of marketing, is actually your own community within your organization. It's your customers, patients, members, and your team, that marketing. So we've got to be doing things inside the office, because that's where we create longevity. That's where we create the lifetime value of the patient, your PLV, your patient lifetime value, where they re-sign year upon year, they refer others, they buy product, they buy into other offerings that you have, other services. That patient lifetime value, we grow that based on what we do internally. I have one doctor that was a new client of mine this year. He had nothing on the ground. We had nothing internally. He added it in, and he will grow his retention number. And this sounds like hyperbole, but it's true. He will grow his retention number from last year $190,000 to this year $1 million, 5x, more than 5x the dollars collected in re-signs, because he's a great chiropractor, just wasn't re-signing anybody. So he went from a lot of conversions to maybe 7 or 8 re-signs, so very little for this other main offering we have as chiropractors. By doing internal marketing and doing things on the ground, that number is now $1 million this year. One of the most remarkable things I've seen, because we went from zero marketing on the ground to he went all in marketing on the ground. Then there's online. So some people say, well, I don't like Facebook new patients. I don't like to post videos. I don't like to do Facebook Live or webinars online, that's not an option. You can't, Disney doesn't go, well, hey, we got plenty of people coming in, we're not going to do anything online. That's the fastest growing. I mean, to even use the term growing sounds crazy. It's grown already. It's the most used part of the world right now is online. That's where people are getting their information, and they're only making decisions based on what you find online more and more and more and more. So you have to have a strong online presence, the ability to communicate well online, and you've got to have a presence, because the vast majority of people in the community, when they're looking for a chiropractor, are going to check online. And even your own patients, they're going to say, hey, I wonder if Dr. Dan is actually scamming me or not, or actually really a good chiropractor. Let me see what online tells me, since online is where you get all your facts and everything you read online is true. Let me check online, and if there's not lots of your videos and lots of positive reviews, and if they don't see your ads that are being SEO'd and being popularized because you're aggressive with your campaigns, then and they don't find you there, they're going to assume, well, but Dr. Jerry, he pops up first. Dr. Jerry's got all kinds of positive reviews. Dr. Jerry's got all kinds of great videos out there. He must be the best chiropractor in town, not Dr. Dan. I don't see Dr. Dan anywhere. He's got 3 reviews and they're all negative. So that, we can't skip that leg of the stool. Eventually you'll fall over. So if you want to be a real business with a strong future and master change, where we don't care who the next president is, we don't care what happens to the economy or real estate, we don't care about any of that, we need all 3 legs of the stool in the air, on the ground, and on